Structure Deck Advent of the Blue Eyes is coming. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Now this is a very interesting product announcement. It's not like we didn't see this coming out of nowhere, because this has been on our bingo sheet for honestly the last 8 to 12 months here. But Structure Deck Advent of Eyes of Blue Eyes White Dragon, the popular monster that represents Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself, is getting focus in a new structure deck releasing on September 7th, 2024. So, we are, as of filming this, it is May, so you're going to have June, July, August, September. So you will actually probably get your first peek into this set. Should be actually June, actually. You'll get probably the cover art and some other things here. This deck itself will contain 8 new cards and a rarity enhancement pack. No further boost, further boost the rarity of the new cards, and 5 out of the 8 new cards included in the pack in super higher. Even just a rare change, you might get a quarter century card. So, kind of stinks that we're only getting 8 cards. So, I hate to tell you this, but the new card release will probably be what? 3, 2, 2, and then probably 1. As they say, probably the best card for, some late stream or a card of the day. So, things that come with this. So, 1 pre-constructed deck with 50 cards, 1 ultra rare, 7 normal parallels, the rarity enhancement pack, 5 out of the 8, and 1 card only in secret rare, 7 super rares, and each super also has a chance to be secret. 3 out of the 8 cards will come in quarter century secret rare. So the fact that they're lumping this up into a nice 50 card deck indicates to us, wow, we're probably getting some extra deck enhancements out here. Also, I will say this is no matter how we want to spend this out here, or no matter how we're looking at this product, this is going to be very nice for the community. I have only heard positive things, and I've actually had people reach out to me that normally don't reach out to me like, hey, can you send us down, the right direction to get Blue Eyes product out here? Also, the Asian English products that we had earlier this year, for those of you that might have forgotten this thing right here. So many people were extremely upset that we never got this in English. Do you know why? Because this is what we like to call a fast-moving product. Even though, same thing here with, the Dark Magician product here as well. Even though English never got these and they didn't really provide anything really new to the trading card game, the nostalgia factor that exists for those, they're going to sell 150%. So, your takeaways from this. I also, I didn't mention this yet. This is not actually written down as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure Deck R. Alright, and that's a very important thing when you're looking at the product page. There is 0 mention of this being a Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure Deck R retrain. Do keep in mind that there was a Structure Deck R dedicated to Blue Eyes. We can probably cross that off, but you also have to remember, we're still in the 25 years of celebrating the game. All right, the fact that, near the end, you would want to pump up Blue Eyes. You've already done Exodia. We got a new Dark Magician for a little Yugi Shining Sarcophagus deck. So naturally, Blue Eyes is the last piece that you want to push up. And like the little article said for this, Blue Eyes is the face of Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I think most of us kind of look at Dark Magician as more of the face with the game, which, and maybe that's just the Westerner side of things, but Blue Eyes is kind of the ultimate engine of destruction. It is the normal monster. They always want to try to breathe life into this deck and have it be something that the fans want to have and do that. Also, on the side note of this not being a Yu-Gi-Oh! R structure deck retrain, based off of what we have here, this also pretty much guarantees that if you follow the pattern for how these structure decks tend to go, they'll go 1 to 2 off, and then we'll hit a structure deck R. Since the last structure deck we did have, I think, was the Fire King, actually. It's been a while since we've had a structure deck. The fact that, we're hitting the notes here with this means that we will probably see the fabled water structure deck actually coming up here with Rage of the Abyss. This also does kind of you know, make us wonder if Rage of the Abyss is a Blue Eyes set now that this is coming. Actually, I think this does confirm that probably Rage of the Abyss will be a water set. You're looking at this, you're like, Rage of the Abyss, Blue Eyes, White Dragon. Robbie, I'm telling you, we're getting Blue Eyes support in a core set and a structure deck. No, I don't think that's the case. I think Rage of the Abyss starts the water trend that we're about to be going through here. Yeah, it's not like water's not been getting support, because we've been trickling in water support for a little while, all right? Like, Konami's been doing this. It might not be, like, the best. I mean, we got Fishborg Harpooner out here. You know, we are getting cards to support water. It's just, at this point in time, it's not exactly on the scale that you're wanting to see. Like, you want to see, you know, huge water support, and that's where the Merlantian structure deck retrain will probably come in. So I guess, if you, for the 19,000th time out here, if you want to look at those higher rarity Merlantian cards, and you're like, hey, you know, I kind of want to pick these up. They've already skyrocketed enough. I guess it also brings up the fact, you know, with the Blue Eyes announcement here, you know, looking at some of those older Blue Eyes cards, is it really worth it to go back and pick those up? Jet Dragon, I think, was probably the one major thing worth considering, and even at this point, Jet Dragon's, like, price points have actually kind of already gone terminal. Jet Dragon is such an interesting card when you look at it in the secondary market, especially for how the card turns over, with how much popularity that card had. Even before, you know, the last set, Battles of Chaos, you know, really was on the reprint block, Jet Dragon held its value for so long in that set. So Jet Dragon might be one of the things you might want to consider picking up out there. Just to have, I mean, it does have the Fabled Starlight Rare. It's definitely, if you were to tell me looking at this that Jet Dragon, you know, Jet might get a quarter century in here, as much as, actually, I don't know. I highly doubt that. And I also don't think that the TCG is going to change anything up with this structure deck. Keep in mind, this was the OCG announcement. We could see, it would be really cool if they did maybe like an insert quarter century into the deck as a guarantee for the TCG. Because you got to remember, for the OCG, with that rarity enhancement pack and things like that, the TCG builds that stuff directly into the structure deck itself. You know, the chance or the gotcha system to try to get those quarter centuries. The TCG doesn't have that chance to get those cards foil, which I think is one of the things that, like, maybe our structure deck kind of fails on, is maybe, you know, if we could get those quarter centuries, you'd have a lot more people busting open these decks, and you would have a lot more people, you know, picking up the singles for these decks, because it would knock down the price a lot. All right, you would also have, depending on how ratios are, and things like that in the TCG, you could actually see some pretty decently expensive cards. I don't think most of these things, I believe most of the things I've seen in the structure decks for quarter centuries end up ranging from maybe, what, like $30 down. I can't think of a quarter century that's been available in these decks that really has kind of broken the bank on the OCG side of things. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but on the forefront of rarities, that would be a cool idea. But either way, this product is going to sell very well. No matter how you look at it, no matter if you're screaming to the top of your lungs, I hate nostalgia, I hate this game. No matter how much you say and hate this is going to be a banger product no matter what. I'm kind of curious. I wonder what reprints we're going to get dropped in here. That's always one major thing to kind of look at out here when Konami's making new cards is, what can we do? What little side reprint are we going to put in here? You know, Droll Ash, what hand traps are going to make their way in here? And once again, I mean, you're still dealing with 8 cards for this. I'm very curious to know. Well, if we learned our lesson from the Rush Duel deck that we had quite some time ago, you're probably going to see something really, really cool in here. And I'm all about that. So, are you going to pick up, you know you're going to need 3 of this in order to play anything Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes for Tier 1 Meta 2025. Am I right or am I right? Make sure actually it'd be 2024 at this point. But please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And no matter what you think here, no matter how bad you think the structure deck's going to be, it's going to sell, even if you don't want to buy it, because the casual fan is about to eat this up. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright?
Patrons, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.